Hello and welcome. So I'm going to take a look at the Times Cryptic crossword, and this is being published on Tuesday the 10th of June 2025. So we don't get any set information, so I don't know how this is going to go, or what have you. Um, but I did yesterday's in about 48 minutes. I struggled on with that because I only had 3 left after 30 minutes. I normally kind of give up on these about somewhere around the 45-minute mark if I've got too much to go or if I'm really stumped. But we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I'm going to reset the timer and crack on. Bird, irrational figure in. That's a pipit, isn't it? A pit with a pit pie in it, I think. Pipit. Stretch limo shortened it to make deadline. Stretch limo shortened it to make deadline. Stretch limo. Hmm. Electronic form in register is a good example. Electronic form in register is a good example. Okay. Film franchise. I will avoid Scream. What a great surface that has. Film franchise. I'll avoid Scream. I'll. E.T. I'll avoid Scream. So we think looking for word meaning Scream. Take out I'll from it. I don't know. Expense from parts of arrangement being switched. Blimey. Expense from parts of arrangement. Well, arrangement is. So just turn and take. Come back to that. Branch bearing a half Andean vegetable. You'd think half Andean. Well, Andean's 6 letters, so half of Andean. Bean, some kind of bean. I don't know which bean though. I don't know. Bean. Ian. So it must be a bean, mustn't it? Broad beans, runner beans. Branch. I don't know where that bean's coming from though. That B for bean. Unless it goes in the middle of it. Bean soup. Agree cops should release head of Roman church. Well, head of Roman is an R. Agree cops are. I would think that's a C or CH at the end then. Head of Roman cops are the police. Agree. Mixture of everything. 2/3 of crossword solvers recalled. So I assume that's crossword solvers is you. Maybe, although why it's you, solvers. So take UO, mixture of everything. Everything is all. Mixture. Alloy, they are. U. Yeah, okay. What's this by? Astonished and attracted to almost certain start of presidential revolt. Gosh, that's an interesting clue given current times. Astonished and attracted to almost certain start of presidential revolt. Something by, don't know. Or my, could be oh my this. Right. Acceptable area to house South African in Japanese city is okay, eh? Osaka. Is that Osaka? South African, yeah, in OKA. Acceptable area. Yep. Cut deal with university after money and drink. Cut deal. I feel like that's a. Well, university and drink. I want that to be Urum at the end. University's U. Rum up at the end. But I can't think what money to cut deal. Or is it cut deal down and then to get to a. Composer, German with quiet success. I assume we're looking for the name of a composer. Debussy, Dep, DE for German, DEP, Dep. Success is. Don't know. I'm going to put the Dep there. I don't think that's right though. Just appear pale in the grip of drink. Justice, mere, only, sole, pale, in the grip of drink. So that's sash. Sash up. That doesn't work, does it? But sup. Just. Pale will be. I'll leave that as an up though, because I think that's. I can't see why just would be though. Just. A lot of maps moving westward. End of water table. That feels like it should be Atlas. What's Atlas going backwards then? Atlas or Salt or Router. Doesn't really work, does it? R-A-T-L-A-R. Atlas. Rattler. No. Table. A lot of maps. Maps is surely an Atlas, isn't it? It should be Atla. Oh, it's an altar, isn't it? Altar, yeah. Altar, there we go. Atlas. So let's put it that way around. Okay, Italian maestros, Italian opera, popular, returning, repeatedly returning. That's Paganini, isn't it? Definitely in at the end. Paganini, no. Italian opera. Not good on operas. Toscanini. Toscanini DAC 1. Dim bin, few falls. Cheap tyre burst, for example. Okay, could be an anagram to cheap tyre, couldn't it? For example, would be, or it could be tyre burst. No, it can't be tyre burst because could be cheap tyre, which would be typical a not what it would be, but okay. Start of 100-inch garden feature. Start of 100-inch garden feature. Okay. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's pretty good for the main puzzle. Oh gosh, a pregnant soprano losing lead in Puccini, having developed unacceptable figure. Something 4, I think. A pregnant soprano losing lead in Puccini. So take the P out of soprano, gives you Soran. Let's just check. Let's go A P R E G N A N T S O P R A N. Yeah, I think that's the right number of letters. Having developed. Yes, okay. It's a pregnant. Oh gosh, what's this going to be? Parting for. There's no D. I can say that much about that. It could be G though. So, oh gosh, I'm going to write this down. Pregnant. A pregnant, I should say. G N N T A and then S O, lose a P, R N O. Gosh, all I've got rid of is an O and an A. Well, that doesn't help me much, does it? O and an A gone. Oh, and a P, sorry. I've got the P. Oh, what's that? Can't be 4, can it? In the middle. I've got raw, got. Could be a got, I suppose. Developed unacceptable figure. If I think, oh, not, maybe not something. Persona non grata. Okay, get me. Except I can't spell it. Grata. Okay, I'm going to have to persona non. I'm definitely going to have to tick off some letters here. So I've got rid of. I had the O, A, and P gone right. Non is that one. All right. Grata is G R A T, and I had the A already. So I've just got. E R S O N. Somehow I've lost a letter in my. Right, let's try again. A pregnant. Let's just write it out in longhand this time. Pregnant. And then soprano without the P, I think. No, I had 3 A's, I think that's the problem. No, there's 3, yeah, there's 3 now, so it's just persona. Okay, let's check it out anyway. P-E-R-S-O-N-A, N-O-N-G-R, yeah, persona. Okay, it's just one N. For some reason I thought it was double N. Good, pleased to get that one. Trial scheme, bringing in electric current. Ooh, bringing it in. Trial scheme is it's a test. It's a plan. Trial is it a plan? Plane? Trial, plane. Pilot. Plot. Ah, there you are. I for electric current. Yes, we see that occasionally. Tense. My rising alarm shuts out consistent sources of drummings. Is that Tom-Tom? Tom-Toms? What am I doing? Tom-Tom. Oh. Tom-Toms would be smot mo. My rising alarms shuts out constant sources of drummings. I don't think that's right. What I'm gonna do is just put the letters there, but I don't think it's right. Tom-Toms would fit like that. I'm just wanting to have a look at these now. Roll. Roll. Definitely roll. Electric form is a roll. Is it double L or is it one L or double L? I think it's roll. Register is a roll. Roll call. Roll is a good example. So let's get rid of that because that's going to work, is it? Expense from parts of arrangement being switched. Outlay, which is layout, isn't it? Okay. Timpani. What about timpani? Does timpani fit? I nap. I'm. My is I'm. Rising alarm is panic. Yeah, okay, panic. So, is it timpani? My? I guess it is. Timpani like that. I'm going to have to just go with the wordplay, which is my, going that way. And then panic, without C for constant. Timpani, yeah. Roll. A good example is a model. Okay, let's go back to there then. Electronic form in register. What have we got there? Electronic form in register. So we've got roll and then E mode. Okay, an E mode. Okay, I'll go with that. E mode in roll, double L. I can believe that if that's possible. Right. Considerable trouble in darkest Yorkshire at the outset. Is that tidy? That's tidy. Just a simple acrostic. Stretch limo shortened it to make deadline. Time. Time limit? Yeah. Stretch. Okay, that's limit, isn't it? What's stretch? Time. Yeah, you do your stretch, do time in prison, don't you? Okay. Obstinate type trimmed US magazine to help rising use of many information outlets. Obstinate is. I would think this is Life magazine, but I don't know. Trimmed US magazine. Life and Time to help. Was that a soybean? Let's see if that'll go as soybean. Let's see. Branch. I'm guessing that bean, aren't I, at the moment? What's this? Le Scoundrel losing head in American City Opera House. Is that Scala? Scally. American City is LA. Okay, that was the easy bit. Was that Rascal? Yeah, La Scala. Okay. Man penning. That's male. Is that male? Penning newspapers' last stories about French cities. Oh gosh. am penning newspapers. Marseilles, I think. I don't know what that lies. Marseille. We've got mail, yep, and lies with an R. Where's that going? Newspapers last is R, and then stories about is lies backwards, I think. Okay, what's this? I'll avoid film franchise. Shriek and Shrek. Okay, very nice. Okay, taken. Oh gosh, taken by surprise, I suppose. Taken by surprise. There we go. Astonished is taken by surprise. I think there's an anagram of presidential revolt in there. Attracted to. I'm gonna have to just go with it. That does look like it wants to be soybean in that case. Let's put no there. I don't know why that'd be soybean though. Maybe it's a cola bean or fava bean. Ah, fav. Branch. I mean, the bean looks good with the E in the end there. Fava bean. Branch. Java. I like this one. Obstinate type. Oh gosh. No, not going there. Right. Done, 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 done. Now we're on this one. Branch of medicine. I'm at 16 minutes into this crossword. I still haven't looked at every clue yet. But it is going quite nicely. Branch of medicine that could make you stay chirpy. Branch of medicine. That could make you stay chirpy. Is that anagram of stay chirpy? Could be. Yeah, psychiatry. I'm going to just check that, but I think it is. S-T-A-Y, chirpy, yeah. So psychiatry. Nice, very good. What's this one? Question over description. The question is normally QU. Or is it what? Over description of C, omitting one island in equation. Question over description of C. Don't like that. What's this? Agree. Acquiesce. Okay, maybe it's question acquiesce. Right, what's going on there? Acquire. Cop, so you copy it, you acquire it. Okay, well, that must be QA then, mustn't it? Is this quantum mechanics? Omitting one island. Question over description of C is line quadratic. Quadratic, I think that is. Adriatic. Okay, Adriatic. Yeah, quadratic. Wow. Supply heater's source of wood. Ash or axe. Not sure. Coming back to that one. Flaxen fibres gently touch hard walking at surface. Not very good on what flaxen things are. Flaxen fibres gently touch hard, so that's just as an H. Pavement, no. Sidewalk, no. Walking surface, trail. Not sure about that one. This, radiant, unconfined, free spirit. Wondering if there's some kind of hidden word there. Unconfined, radiant, A-D-I-A-N. Doesn't seem right. Free spirit, could it be? Don't think so. We've got here, I fish, letting nothing escape is key. Oh gosh, I, and then fish is to, so it's I, and then a name of a fish. Key is, oh, this is an anagram, wasn't it? I think cheap tyre. Okay, let's look at the cheap tyre anagram, see if I can get someone there. Archetypal. Archetype, I think. Arc. E-type. I ought to check that really, archetype. Well, I can do it that way, can't I? C-H-E-A-P tire. Yep. Archetype. Yeah, key. Oh, it's an isle. Okay. So the fish is soul. Makes sense. This one again. So, gosh, I don't know pretty much what I've got. So first pass has left me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 clues. 8 clues to do. Wow, that's amazing. Oh, German. With quiet success. Gershwin. I don't know why that is. Gersh. German. G-E-R. Win. Okay, I like it. So that must be an ash, mustn't it? Source of wood. Supply. Source of wood is ash tree, I suppose. Oh, it's just an anagram. How easy is that? Ash tree. Okay, nice. Oh gosh, what's this? Cut deal. Drink. Oh, there's my university. After deal. Quantro. Quanthrol. Okay. So, oh god, flax and fibres. So that's gone really well, actually. I have to say. I mean, wow. 1, 2, just 5 to go. What's this one down here? Start of 100-inch garden feature. That one though isn't so nice. Oh, there's a H for hot that I had on flax and fibres. Gently touch hot. It's not trail. Inch. So inch is to creep, isn't it? Garden feature. Can't be a house, can it? Ooze. Could be, I suppose. Garden feature. Hose. Inch. That one. Don't know. Eesh. And this one. So, oh, how frustrating to get to the last few. Right. So look at this obstinate type is M something L. I'm going to write this out horizontally. Trying to help myself out. M something L. E something I something. Oh. Trimmed. Obstinate type trimmed. So obstinate type is normally a bull. I think it's a mole. To help rising use of many information outlets is US magazine would be life, but that malif doesn't really work. Unless it's unless that's been trimmed, in which case what is that? Branch bearing a heart, bearing A. There's my A. So a branch which is something B, and a branch is a what is it? What did I say? Fava bean. Fava, not fava. Java. Soya. Soyb. Soyb. S-O-Y-B. Doesn't seem like a. Right. So another obstinate type. Trimmed US magazine to help. Help is to aid. Help rising deer. Okay. Multimedia. That is mul. I don't know why it's multimedia, but it is. Oh no, what is this then? Lima bean, which is a limb, is a branch. Okay, yep, good. Multimedia. I don't even understand why that's multimedia at the moment. US magazine, Time magazine in aid, and obstinate type trimmed is a mule. Okay, there we go. Yeah, mules are obstinate. Good. Right, last 4. Sorry, is it 3? 1, 2, 3, 4. Last 4, and I'm a bit stuffed. Just a bit. Okay, just appear in the. I mean, don't know if that is definitely S up, but just slow up. Just appear. Show up. How would be how. Let's see if that was how. Just appear would be to show up. Pale would be how, though, would it? Does that seem reasonable? Don't know. Radiant would be unconfined. Okay, so we're looking at a word for radiant, which hasn't got the. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. So not. Don't take the letters off of radiant. Take them off of word meaning a synonym for radiant. And a free spirit is a genie, not a genie. I don't think that can be show up though, because I can't think of many words that would be T something H. T something 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 A something H. Oh, just appear. I mean, I'm not guaranteed to be sharp, that's the trouble. Flaxen fibres gently touching hard. Flaxen, is that just an anagram of fibres? No, flaxen fibres are tweed, are they? Hard. Walking surface is tarmac. Tarmatch doesn't really work there, does it? If that was, what began on there? Not a lot. The fact that it's got touching hard and that's the start of 100 inch garden feature. I cannot think of a garden feature or a word for inch. Inch Eve. Again, not an easy. Could be ending in a vowel, couldn't it? You'd think that's an ash or a ash felt. Ash. Tash. I never actually looked at what the rest of that Contro University cut deal is. Don't know what a cut deal is, but Contro is the drink. I don't know what that is. Come back to that. Tread deal. Trade. Maybe I spelt it wrong. that could be a bit of a disaster. There's not many letters that will go here straight after T, I think. Only the vowels really, and H and R, I think, or W maybe. Yeah, none of those are working. Flax and fibres. Flax is to do with I don't know what gently touch means there really. Could be TY, I suppose. Towpath, I think that is. Towpath, I don't know what it is. Towpat, what's that? Gently touches to pat. Flax and fibres is toe, is it really? Swim up. If that's swim, I don't know if that is just appear, is to swim up. Pale, one, swan up, there we are, that's better. Which makes this a naiad, is it? That's a free spirit, a naiad. Radiant, yeah it is, okay. It's the anagram of naiad, okay. Which just leaves this to be hedge. Edge and hedge, yeah. 27.25. Wow, very pleased with that, because compared to yesterday, that was a breeze by comparison. Good, well, I'm really pleased with that. Let's go through the clues as best as I can get them. So, well, a pipit is a bird. That's something I've learnt in crossword land over the years. The irrational figure is pi, so 3.1415 is the irrational number, pi, pi, and that's going in a coal mine, which is a pit. Right. A stretch, if you're in prison, then you are in for a stretch. You're doing time. And limo, shortened is lim, and then put it on the end gives you time limit, which is makes a deadline. A deadline is a time limit. Right, the electronic form is a roll. The electronic form is an E mode. I don't really. Yeah, electronic is E, mode is form, the form you're in, yeah, okay. And that's going in register, which is ROLL, roll. And a good example is a role model. I like this one, really good clue. Film franchise, so Shrek. They've been shown this. I have to say, I've never actually sat and watched a Shrek film, as good as they may be. I think they're making a fourth one, or they've already made a fourth one. Anyway, Shrek is the film franchise, and then it says I will avoid, so take the I out of shriek, a scream. Scream is a shriek, take an I out of that gives you shriek, becomes Shrek. Expense is an outlay. Parts of arrangements are being switched, so if you turn that round, the parts are lay and out, so a layout is an arrangement. The branch is a limb, L-I-M-B, bearing ace, put an A into it, gives you limaba, and then half of Andean is the EAN, which gives you the lima bean, which is a vegetable. To agree is to acquiesce. Cops in this sense is to acquire, so He cops a. I'm trying to think of what you say. It's a bit slangy, but cops a good look at that. He acquires a good look at that. Anyway, acquires should release head of Roman is R for Roman. So take R out of Roman. R for Roman out of acquires leaves you acquiesce, and then CE for Church of England on the end. A mixture is an alloy. Everything is all. 2/3 of crossword solvers recalled. So rec is the YO of YO, and the final third is U. I don't really know what's crossword solvers, but anyway. Acceptable area, so that's an OK is acceptable, A for area, and it's housing the South African SA, which gives you Osaka, which is the Japanese city. Now this one, cut deal with university, so university is U. Money is a coin, and okay, yeah, it's a treat. So if I give you a good deal, I've given you, well, I might have given you a deal. So a treat could be a deal, I suppose, or a great deal. I don't know, something like that. Anyway, take the T off, gives you tree. That anyway. So Cointreau is a drink. The composer is Gershwin. I think there were two of them. It's definitely George Gershwin, who did something like Rhapsody in Blue. I think I think I looked him up before. I think he was in the 30s rather than the 40s, as I thought. But anyway, composer is Gershwin. German is GER. Quiet is sh, and a success is a win. I feel like I've had a win today on this crossword. Just appear. If you just appear, you swan up. Pale is one, going in the grip of drink. So let's put it into sup, which is the type of, you sup your beer, you drink your beer. An altar is a table, obviously in a church. A lot of maps is atlas, so moving westward, so put atlas westward, so go that way, but take off the S because it's only a lot of the map, and then put an end of water, the R on the end. Good old Toscanini, the Italian maestro, died in 1953-ish. Italian opera is Tosca. Popular is in, repeatedly returns. So got in twice backwards. Cheap tire is an anagram of archetype. Burst is your anagram indicator, and archetype is for example. Start of 100 is H, and to edge forward, you inch forward, gives you a hedge, which could be a garden feature. Just had ours ripped out. A pregnant soprano is an anagram of persona non grata, but we need to lose the lead in Puccini is a P, so take one of the P's out. Having developed is your anagram indicator, and an unacceptable figure is, well, that's the Latin phrase, persona non grata. You are not acceptable here. A trial is a pilot. A scheme is a plot, bringing in electric current, so the I is the standard symbol for electric current. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Timpani, I had to spell it that way. So T for tense. My rising is the YM, so rising is saying put my upwards. And then alarm is panic. Shuts out constant, so take off the C of panic. So C equals a constant, and sources of drumming are timpani. Oh, considerable is tidy, so you've got a tidy sum there, a considerable sum of money. And that's an acrostic as indicated by at the outset of Trouble in Darkest Yorkshire. What do we have here? Oh yeah, the obstinate type trim. So we've got a mule without the E, got Time magazine, which is the US magazine, and then we've got aid, help rising, so aid going upwards gives us multimedia, which is use of many information outlets. I don't know if people really talk about multimedia anymore. Feels like a word that I knew in the late 90s, but maybe they do. Right, a scoundrel is a rascal, but they've lost their head, so we take the R off of rascal and put it in the American city of LA, Los Angeles, and that gives us La Scala, which is an opera house. So I was just trying to see whether that city needed to be attached to that. Man is male, M-A-L-E. Newspapers last is the R, so the last letter of newspaper is an R. And stories are lies and they're about, so that means put them backwards, which gives you the sail bit in the middle. Marseille being a French city, one of the few I do know. I think I've actually been there. Right, I didn't really look at this one. Okay, astonished is taken by surprise. Attracted to, if you're attracted to someone, you're taken by them, maybe. Um, then you've got almost certain start of presidential. What have I got here? Revolt. Got an uprise. We've got sure, so almost sure is SUR without the E on it, and then start of presidential is P, and to revolt is to rise. Wow, that's a heck of a pass, isn't it? Golly, golly, golly. Branch of medicine, another great service here. Branch of medicine is psychiatry, and then that could make you is your anagram indicator that stays chirpy is an anagram of psychiatry. Question is QU, fairly standard abbreviation. Over description of C, well the Adriatic Sea. I don't know why description really needs to be in there. Omitting one, so Adriatic without the I that goes between the R and the A. So it's only removing one island because there's still a second I for island there. And then equation is a quadratic. I was actually trying to do one this afternoon, very badly, failed. Supply is your anagram indicator that heaters, heater or heaters, heaters is an anagram of ash tree, and an ash tree is a source of wood. Now this one I don't really know. Flaxen fibres must be tow, T-O-W. Don't know about that. Gently touches to pat. H for hard gives you a towpath, which is the walking surface beside a canal. Radiant unconfined. Okay, radiant unconfined is say take the R and the T off of radiant. Free is saying anagram those letters, A-D-I-A-N, which gives you an, I'm going to say naiad, which is a spirit, possibly a woodland spirit, I don't know. Again, another word I've learnt in crossword land. And finally, we've got I in the clue. We've got a fish as a soul, but it's letting nothing escape. So take the O out of soul, gives you an isle, and an isle as a key. So think of the Florida Keys, which is an area just off Florida which is full of isles or islands. So there we go, all done, 27.25. I am very, very, very pleased with that.